I'd like to take this occasion to thank all of the Periscope live stream community that engaged with me in January and February of 2020 on this Vietnam quest. Je voudrais remercier la communauté Periscope qui a participé avec moi durant cette tournée au Vietnam. So this is my latest discovery. A very affordable banh mi shop that I've eaten 3 times already. This is my 3rd time. And they make French fries. Ils font des patates frites ou des pommes frites. Sauf qu'il y a juste du ketchup et peut-être du vinaigre, mais pas sûr. J'avais envie des frites, on peut voir. I felt like French fries today with my sandwich. So that's the fries right there. And they're in the fryer. So they'll be here any minute. This place seems to be popular with tourists and locals alike. It's on a corner. It's really easy to find. And so here is my partial dinner for the evening. They didn't have very many juices left, so I opted for a pineapple juice just because. And I ordered a large beef banh mi because they were out of certain choices that are up there. So I'm waiting for my fries to arrive. So these are our little table setups, and I'm sitting on one of those little plastic stools. And as you can see all around us, there is milling about. So I'm gonna have a drink of my pineapple juice. Cheers to absent friends. Actually, the pineapple juice is quite good. This is the first pineapple juice I've had since I've been here. So I don't know if it's naturally sweet. I doubt if they would sweeten it. Doesn't make sense. So I guess the pineapples here are pretty damn sweet. Anyway, I'm waiting for my fries, and I hope that there's enough ketchup in the bottle, because I'm gonna down some with ketchup for sure. Okay, and we've got housekeeping. Or actually, she's just being very selective with bottles. Gotta earn a living somehow. Hey, Teo75, how's it going? Welcome to First Day on Periscope. So this street ends in a point or a V at the end of a V. So it's busy. And here I'm very quiet. I got a tree. And I'm hungry. But I want to have my fries first. I want to dig into some French fries. So I don't see any comments, but that's okay. You guys don't need to feel obligated to chat with me or anything. I'm just gonna. Today is cold, so that's why I'm wearing this, and it's the perfect jumper, as they say in the UK, for today's kind of weather. Not ready yet, I guess. So I guess fries are not necessarily a common thing, but they can accommodate. So at least you know that your fries are going to be fresh. No, are you talking about UFC? No, I kind of saw something on Twitter where somebody was commenting about Connor being a gentleman. I didn't even know Connor was fighting. So he could have done
what I gleaned from it is Connor could have done some damage, and he held back. So not sure what that was about, but I probably might be able to catch. So fill me in, or maybe not. Don't be a spoiler, as it were. I'll probably catch in. But thanks for asking, because I did follow UFC here and there. You know, big fan of Joe Rogan and some of the fighters. You know, before the new UFC started to make a huge amount of changes, pre-Connor kind of thing. Yes, speak. Seeing as that you asked, bonjour Léger. Je m'attends des frites parce qu'il faisait froid aujourd'hui. Et c'est pas tout à fait une poutine, mais au moins c'est des frites avec du ketchup. Et j'ai un sandwich au bœuf. Mes frites sont prêtes, en train de... Alors je vais secouer le ketchup. Les mettre dans un sac un par un, c'est drôle. Ils n'ont pas la méthode de McDonald's, c'est sûr, mais c'est pas grave, c'est des frites. Ça a l'air qu'elle n'a pas le tour comme tel, mais comme je vous dis, j'avais vraiment envie des frites. Voilà. Hey drone, check it out. I'm having French fries in Vietnam. This is the first place I've seen that makes them. And she's putting them in the bag one by one. They don't have the McDonald's method. So, whoop, I got my ketchup ready. I'm gonna douse them, and I'm sitting over there. Somebody's put something on my seat already. So if you take a minute to move something, somebody's already there to take your place. Okay, so they eat it with sticks. Jesus, by the time you get served, they get cold. But we're not gonna complain. Come on. What are the chances of you having slim to zero? You should have seen how she put the ketchup into the fries one by one. So hopefully. Okay, so there's the rest of my dinner. There are my fries. It's not pretty. I don't generally douse ketchup like this, but these are trying times. Yeah, well, no, it's a kiosk, so it's not necessarily street food, because street food can be a little more primitive. But I try to stick to places that actually run out of stock, and then you have to settle for whatever. But this place is hopping. I have had a hamburger by the waterfront, or by the waterside. On the first or second night, I just felt like a burger, and I did have a burger. It was okay. Donc, it was a cold day today, and I have a feeling that if I'm not careful, my fries will tip over. The ketchup is not Heinz. It actually kind of has a certain amount of heat, which makes it interesting. But the fries are fries. Yeah. I mean, yes. They're better than cold. Like the McDonald's fries that aren't fresh, and they take too much time to make your order, and they prepackage your fries, and then they get all better than that. So, because they're crispy, because they're fresh from the fry, it's almost like a rare special order. But wow, those are McDonald's fries, not these ones. These ones actually hold up. Nothing beats fries, and it's steamy from the floor as well. I remember How much were the La Fleur steamies? Were they 50 cents at one time? Were they as little as 50 cents? Yes, at one time they were cheap. Because on Notre Dame, near Atwater, there was a place that had 50-cent steamies. And then they went out of business. Or they sold to a Chinese noodle place that also went out of business. And it's across the street where I get my gyro. Okay, that's going to have to do. That way I can use both my hands. It's hitting the spot. This is the strangest ketchup I've ever eaten. It's almost like, you know, those kind of fire kind of Doritos. So if you had ketchup with like a fire Dorito kick to it, that's what this ketchup is. So, um, I'm using. I did a bit of research before coming here, and there are two companies. They're called Viettel, like Vietnam Telephone, and Mobifone. And it looks like Viettel has the furthest reach over the country into the countryside. So it was a no-brainer that I got Viettel. I bought a 30 gigabyte plan, unlimited. Like if you got a big signal or a fast signal, like up to 4G, you can get it. That's why some of the broadcasts are really high end. And then in the country, sometimes it'll drop down to 3G. So let's have a look at my Banh Mi. So it was really not a lot of money for a month subscription. I've used about 8 gigabytes so far of my 30 gigabytes. So I think you can up your data if you run out just by having an app that belongs to the company. So this is a beef Banh Mi. I could open it, but I'm afraid things are gonna fall out. You know, there's like top up later. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this a good go. Woo. This baguette was baked today. All the baguettes are like made today, absolutely from the bakers, because a sandwich on the go is a lot what Vietnam is about, and these are so affordable. I first went to a place like that was written about what's in it: beef and pickled radish, and here looks like some kind of carrot, like maybe like a fermented carrot or something. It's sliced very thin, and the carrot's very wonky. So it might have been a carrot that is marinated in something. So these are interesting textures. Like the beef tastes like beef, and I don't know. There might be cucumber or radish and other stuff. Mm, it is good. Yeah, cucumber. It's hitting the spot. So this is like 6 minutes walk from where I'm staying, and it's called Banh Mi Pho, and it's on a V, like a street corner. So this is a V, and we have these little plastic things that we set up, and I'm the only client sitting down here. I'm the only client sitting down here. So you guys get to watch me eat. Oh, It's good. Okay. So it helps when there are pictures of what you're going to order. So if you're hungry, it's pretty well. Well, these ones are walking away, but they were considering it. They're very affordable. Like Banh Mi 25 is like twice the price. And it's it's always crowded with people, which is not a negative. It's like Banh Mi 25 is like a place to be seen. Um, I'm not sure if I met any Canadians. I met some annoying Brit millennials, very annoying. I had to kind of let them have it because they were just self-centered little shits. And no, I don't think I've ran into any Canadians, but they're obviously Americans and the like here. There's a whole range of, you know, so. Il prend du recul. So I checked my parking spot cam. So it snowed last night. The pathway that was shoveled in the back is all covered in snow, and nobody has messed with my car. Oh yeah, very safe. This area is highly touristic, and so everybody's invested in keeping things honest, meaning, you know, um, petty crime and stuff like that. I have yet to see any, and I would think if there is, it's the kind of crime that you don't see. Like it's a crime of opportunity. Like if you leave something unattended and you turn your back, and if it's gone, it's your fault. It's on you. The fact that I'm on a street corner and my phone is about, my hand can't reach it. Somebody could easily swipe it, but that's not going to happen because of this business here. Oh, the dude. Oh, really? Uck? Okay. Well, glad that I decided to give myself a winter break this year. And I kind of, you know, figured it was going to be a lousy winter, like a lot of them can be. So I did good by getting out of Dodge. So you were in California or Texas? I think you were in Texas. But you were there for a short time. So it's hard to get acclimatized to a nice warm place and then have to come back to the winter. Mm. I have yet to calibrate my drone. I only got. I did. I did. You have to avoid Da Nang Airport. Apparently, they got a thing at that airport. It's in the middle of the country where they confiscate drones for the duration of your stay. They give it back when you leave. But Hanoian said gone is not a problem. So I only paired my drone with the remote, but I have yet to pair it with the app and then Periscope Producer and do a test. But I'm going to probably do that in the next day or so, and maybe fly it indoors. There's a place, like there's a game room that nobody uses, and I could probably fly it indoors just to do some test scoping without, ruffling any feathers. But um, I'm ever so hopeful to be out in the country. Maybe I'll go up north, like maybe I'll take a train up north, and then from there rent a bike and tour a little bit around where, there's a lot of scenery, and then take the drone out and do some kind of waterfall thing or some, where the mountains are like this and the roads are like this, and the kind of potential drone opportunities. So what I have heard from the guide, like I had a guide yesterday, um, is that the locals can tell you where are the good spots, and also by using the locals, you kind of get complicit permission. Okay, good. So I'm hoping I won't run into calibration glitches. Like for some reason, I had the hardest time when I first set up my original Spark to get everything integrated. Like it took a whole afternoon kind of thing, and sometimes you don't have a whole afternoon to devote just to technology. But bonjour Jessie, je suis en train de manger des pommes frites et j'ai un sandwich au bœuf et un jus de ananas. Bon après-midi. Alors, j'avais envie de frites ce soir et j'ai réussi. Pas mal, mais c'est pas tout, c'est pas tout rosé quand même. Mais j'ai perdu une frite. Hey, Nick, did you ever get a meetup with Chocolate Johnny? I saw him at Saint Sauveur. That was a nice little vignette because nobody local is doing ski scopes from Mont Saint Sauveur, and so it takes an Australian to go out and do that. All the more power to him. It looked nice. Yeah, I think he was skiing at night. Did you get to do a meetup with Johnny? You're welcome, Jesse. Okay. Bonjour, AJ. Well, in the wintertime, it's good when you're busy. You can't even notice how horrible the winter is because when you're kind of languishing, là-bas, chaque jour. Oui, en effet. Tandis que j'ai aucun travail à faire pendant que je suis ici, j'ai réalisé que ça vaut la peine de montrer un peu de ce monde, tandis que c'est rare qu'on a la chance de visiter. Bon, en effet. Alors, mon sandwich est délicieux. You'll feel horrible for not having. Oh well, there will be other occasions, but yes, I mean, you made the effort, and things happen. Hello, Anna Marie Snowflake. I'm having a banh mi, a beef banh mi. I just had a bag of French fries, and I'm having a deliciously sweet pineapple juice. Yeah, a banh mi is a sandwich. The French, while they were here, they introduced a French baguette, and the Vietnamese have a creative, like this is all the selection. So they're like submarines, but made out of very freshly baked uh, French style baguettes. And then you kind of put all kinds of like, there are meatballs, they have grilled chicken, they have pork, ham, um, beef. Some of them are vegetarian. Oh, I saw that, Jesse. You've done it before, but you've explained to me your. Let me see. It's not manicotti. It's hold on a second. How do you pronounce it? Manguchi zatar. So you spread it on the fresh pita, and you roll, and that's what you grab and you eat, and then you're out the door for the day, I guess. Yeah, I saw you were preparing it, and actually, it made me hungry because then I fell asleep because it was cold today. I needed a good nap, and I had one. So yeah, I saw that on Twitter where you were rolling up the pita with that spread that you put on it. It looked good. Thyme, sesame seed oil, and sesame seeds and salt. But isn't there like a green? Is that the thyme that's the green? So tell me, if that's pita, is that from the morning? You go to the bakery in the morning before you make breakfast? Does it get delivered, or do you buy the pita the night before and it's in plastic bags? So when you do break it out and you start making, um, is as zatar is time. Okay. So is the pita from the night before?
How are you?
Hello, I can hear you.
That's great. I try to let you understand what's the ingredient inside, but really it's difficult a little bit.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Let
Jesse,
me let me
Jesse,
explain for
I've
you
seen
what
you.
the ingredients.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the pita is it's like a pizza pita, but less sugar on it, okay?
Okay.
And then what they do in the manouche za'atar, it's oil. They mix the team. This is the team came from the mountains of Lebanon. It's very, very tasty and fresh. You know, they remove it from the mountains and they put it under the sunshine maximum 1 month until it will be really, 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 what we say, it's lose the freshness. And then they crush it together and they put it with the sesame
Yeah.
oil, sesame seeds. But the sesame seeds,
Yeah.
before they throw it together, they make it like a little bit on the in the oven without anything until they have a golden color,
Uh huh.
and then they mix the team with sesame seeds together with the oil and a little salt, and they drop it on this pita.
All right. I remember
And
like 6 months
yeah,
ago, you
yeah,
prepared the same thing, and I remember listening to you, but I kind of forgot
exactly. Oh
some of the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
details.
exactly. Yeah, I put
All
it
right.
in the oven in front of you, and I bake it in front of you exactly. But we say here in Lebanese accent manouche, but we write it down in Arabic
Manikushe.
mankushe. You know what the meaning of this mankushi in Arabic? It's meaning um, when you, how can I explain for you? You crush a tree with a knife. You know how you do it? When you crush a tree with a knife, it's still
Okay.
forever. Some people make it in names. They put, for example, Noel, the N. They increase it in the tree, so it's still forever. This is the meaning of mankushi. It's meaning it's still forever. This is tradition. You got it?
Okay. It's it's very challenging for me to focus
Yeah,
on the
I know.
words because I'm
I
on
know.
a noisy street corner, and I have
Yeah,
to have the phone glued to my ear. But
yeah.
I have
You can
heard
watch
what you
the
explained.
replay later on, and
That's
I tell
true.
you, in the Lebanese accent is manouche, za'atar.
Manikushe. Yeah.
Manouche in Lebanese accent, but
In
in
yeah,
Arabic, mankushe. So we write down mankushe.
Vancouver. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
You make me laugh.
thank you for clarifying that for all of us that are interested in
Yeah,
foodstuffs. And
I
as you
can
know,
imagine
Periscope.
you. I can imagine you, Noel, in Lebanon, and you go for the breakfast with manouche zata. And that is different of manouche, you know? There is manouche cheese, manouche meat with onion and tomato. So,
Ah, so they're variations.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
But
Thanks for accepting
I
call.
follow you. You give us the traditional breakfast one, and then
Exactly.
depending if it's lunchtime or between lunch and dinner, you might have something different.
Yeah, you can eat it all the day. So whenever you feel hungry and you are at the street, it's like when you go to buy hamburger with French fries. So
Mm-hmm,
manouche za'atar,
mm-hmm,
you can
mm-hmm.
find it everywhere, everywhere.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
on the go. It's not messy. It's easy to put in a bag and to eat on the run.
And yeah, you can put it in a box and take it. Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, Noel. Thanks for accepting. Have a good.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for coming in and letting the
Yeah.
public who wants to know these things
Oh
the
yeah.
straight dope on Manicucci.
People who follow me on Twitter, they read everything about Lebanon and they see the breakfast, the lunch, everything. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Don. Yeah. Thanks for everyone and happy day. It's now 4. It's arriving to 4 afternoon in Lebanon.
I see. It's in the evening here. It's about 8 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah. Have a good time, Noel. Enjoy.
Thank you, Jesse. 8:42 p.m. here. You're welcome, Jesse. See, the problem is that when you sit down and your knees are bent and you're so low to the ground, me as a North American, I'm not used to sitting that low. So my body gets used to, being down. And then after a while, you don't want to get up because it's gonna hurt. So, so you stay seated, or if you stand, you don't go sit back down and then stand and sit down. I had the hardest time finding this place. I would wander around and try to remember how I got here. And it's funny because it's like a right turn and a straight line. Geez, if I knew it was that simple, because the last 3 nights I kind of wandered in the streets and I kept wandering and going back Beer Street. And when I just wanted to spend a few bucks and get a decent meal. So I have to say that place is really worth it for your money. You get a very good meal, and for like maybe $2. Hey, Costa.